Ladies and gents, welcome back to another unboxing video. In front of me here is a little package, and inside of it is an iPod Touch 2nd Gen. This one, I believe, is a 32 gigabyte model and is running iOS 2, which I think you can downgrade to, but I don't particularly enjoy downgrading devices, at least not for my own collection. Some people don't mind that, but for me, I'd rather have one that's just never been touched. I think this is the one. Let's get it opened up, see what condition it's in, and find out if we got ourselves an iPod Touch 2nd generation running iOS 2. Here is our iPod. Looks like we got a charging cable. This appears to be a third-party, non-authentic USB cable, but for 30 pin, I don't think that actually matters. Here's our iPod. This is the star of the show. Let's get it out of this plastic bag. And it is pretty dirty. We're definitely going to need to clean this up. Look at the back. That is gross. Definitely a 32 gig model and definitely a 2nd gen because it's got the larger font on the capacity there. Let me give this a little bit of a clean and then we're going to try to power it on. Alright, so it's actually already on, and real quick we'll just go over the condition. The display is in decent condition. I don't know if there are some scratches. Looks like there might be some scratches up here at the top. Yeah, you can kind of see them reflecting there in the light. The back is going to need more attention than I'm willing to give it right now, but it did clean up just a little bit. I don't know, this is some sort of like adhesive or something. We'll have to deal with that later. But here we go, iPod Touch 2nd Gen, slide to unlock, and I can't tell if this is iOS 2 or 3, but some things to point out is we definitely have the old dock, which is kind of this metallic flat surface instead of the three-dimensional kind of bubbly, watery thing. The stock icon actually does have the date at the bottom. I think that was changed in iOS 3. We've got iTunes in the App Store, but let's cut to the chase, head into settings, general and about, and you can see we're running iOS 2.2.1. That's pretty cool, especially because this is a 32 gig model. The iPod Touch 2nd Gen came in 8, 16, and 32, so this is the high-end model. We've actually got some songs, a couple videos, and some photos on here, which is pretty nice. This is obviously the MB model. The MC model came out a year later alongside the 3rd gen. Many people refer to that as a 3rd gen, but it's not. It's just a 2nd gen. And checking out the iOS 2 wallpapers, nothing too exciting. This is a pretty nice one. Of course, the iPod Touch 2nd gen never got home screen wallpapers, even though it did get iOS 4. You are stuck with that lock screen wallpaper. Let's head into music and see what kind of stuff we have. We'll tilt the iPod and that should bring us into cover flow. And well, I guess we don't have much at all. We've got Eagles, Guns N' Roses, Coldplay, and Bob Dylan. And that's going to give us about 50 songs. I think that's how much we had. Now, I think we had 2 videos. Let's see what those are. Okay, we've got Iron Man, we've got Elf, both very good movies. And we'll see how they play here on our iPod Touch 2nd Gen. There you go. So it's actually, let's see if we can zoom in. There we go. But we lose a little bit of the display. And that was actually max volume. So the speaker on this 2nd gen is not very good. It is the first iPod Touch to get a speaker. The 1st gen did not have a dedicated speaker. The 2nd and 3rd gen do have a speaker, but they're kind of built in underneath the display, so they don't sound very good. The 4th gen does get a dedicated speaker grill, which I'll show you guys right here. So it's down here at the bottom. You can see right there is that speaker grill on the 4th gen. 3rd gen does not have that, but we do get volume buttons. So the iPod Touch 1st generation does not have volume buttons. Kind of an interesting little tidbit. So if you wanted to change the volume on your device, you had to double click the home button, and then you kind of got this very early version of Control Center right there where you could change the music, play, pause, skip, rewind, and then of course you can change the volume. But the 2nd gen is a very nice feeling iPod. It holds well in the hand, and it was actually my first Apple device ever. No, I take that back. I had an iPod Nano 3rd gen, so this was my first iOS device ever. iPod Touch 2nd gen. I had the 8GB model from 2009. That was pretty cool, and this is a gorgeous device, and very happy to add this to the collection. I'm gonna get this cleaned up and get it charged because it looks like it's about to die right there. But that's been a quick look at an iPod Touch 2nd gen 32GB running iOS 2.2.1 here in 2024. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I look forward to seeing you in another one of my videos.